All right, guys. So we are live. We are live. So how's everybody doing? This is Franco Milan. Welcome to the Wholeflips Real Estate Podcast. I'm here with our guest, Ramon from We Buy Houses Consulting. Did I say that right, Ramon?
That's right.
Okay, there you go, guys. So we're very excited to have you on board, man, here on our podcast. So again, let's go ahead and jump right into it, man. Tell us about yourself, Ramon. I know about, but tell the viewers, tell everybody a little bit about yourself, your background, where you came from, and maybe how we met.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So first of all, thank you for having me on the show, man. Super excited. I think you're definitely crushing it in the industry. So just to be invited to be here, it's very flattering, man. Just for everyone out there, we met. We did our first deal with Franco a while back. Like we met at the actual place, and we both made a little bit of cash on it. I know he made a lot of cash on that one, so very happy for him. We made a little bit of scratch, but it was our first deal, so we're pretty happy. And then we just never looked back, man. We closed on that deal. We kept it going, and that we're talking about like at least a year ago that this happened. So a lot of things have changed in that time frame. That was our first deal, and we took that $10,000, $15,000 that we made on that transaction. We just ran with it. We never looked back. Like I said, peace out. Whatever else I was doing before, I'm gonna go ahead full blast. And now we're here, man. 12 months to a year later. It's pretty exciting times.
That is crazy, man. That is crazy. I'm very excited for yourself, for you and your company, your brother, man. You guys are the greatest example, man. You guys just, we met a while back. Like you said, we were selling properties. You guys ended up buying you brought me that buyer for that Glendale property. Oh. And I remember the day that I showed up, you told me you were buying it, but then, you were wholesaling it, which I was fine. Your buyer showed up. It was great, man. That property closed smoothly. You were very upfront. That's how it's supposed to be. And you took it to another level, man. Now you're doing a little bit of consulting. You're helping people. Dude, that is great. Not everybody, how can I say, not everybody has the balls to jump and help people and move forward. They overthink it. What's going to happen next? Am I going to be judged? Et cetera, et cetera. So I'm really proud of you, man. Tell it where you guys came, everything you guys are doing on social media, you and your brother doing it for your parents. I really admire that, because that's what the whole reason we're doing this for, building this empire to help our loved ones, our surroundings, our parents. And yeah, man, I really admire that.
No, I appreciate that, man. Right back at you, man. You and your brother, man, you guys are definitely examples for us of, something that we'd like to get to at some point. Thank you for inviting us to your operations. We walked in that thing. We're like, oh, dude, this is the dream. Has the bull pit there, has all the acquisitions, the disposition side. You have the retail, traditional real estate side. I mean, you have a pretty well set up operation, man. So we're pretty happy that you had us over there. But yeah, no, man, I think we're in the same page. We're definitely doing this to help our family members be in a better situation, and ultimately now, we're focusing a lot on the new wholesalers as well, which is something that we didn't see happening. But I mean, it's actually pretty interesting how it occurred. We started gathering a little bit of followers, here and there. Some new guys started following us, and we didn't even think we had that many. And so I posted, hey, if anybody wants to stop by and have a chat, we'll love to give you some pointers, all the new people. Next thing you know, I had like 40 people hitting me up at one time, dude, to stop by. And I was like, this is not a meeting. Let's just put an event. And we just did an event, and we had like 50 people show up, dude. And we had like food. And all of a sudden, dude, we were like, oh my God, I guess there's a need, there's a lot of people out there in need of help. So then it just started developing from there. And then we got our program going, and it's been going good, man. Honestly, it's really hard to tell where it's going, but every day we just meet new people.
We never know, man. That's great that you're doing that. We never know. We just get the ball started. I just talked to my friend Jamil too. He said he started with 8 employees and now he has 40. He never knew he was going to have 40. I never knew I was going to have this operation either. Me and my brother, it just one thing led into another, and then you find more answers, and then you just keep growing from there, man.
It's awesome. It gets fun. Yeah. It gets more complicated, because the more things you learn, like the more involved you are in different things. So next thing you know, you're wearing like so many hats. Oh, I guess I'm overseeing this now and I'm overseeing that. And so just all day, like you can see it in my face, man.
Yeah.
I haven't stopped, dude. Like,
You can't
but it,
stop.
but it's fun though, man. It's fun to be involved in so many things, especially when you love what you do, and then you start seeing the rewards, and you're like, oh my god, man, it starts getting good, man. So very blessed to be in this spot right now.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's very addicting, very addicting. So our next question, how did you get into real estate? I guess you kind of like already phrased it. You know, you ended up getting that wholesale deal that you did with us, and from there you just never looked back. Because I know what you were doing. What were you doing before?
Dude, before this, I was selling dogs
Selling dogs.
for 2 years.
Really?
Professional dogs, dude. But let me tell you, man, I took the dog game to the top. I was selling to the Suns players, the Cardinals players, the cheerleaders, doctors. Dude, I climbed that ladder quick. The dog game ladder. it sounds funny. It sounds funny, man. But now, dude, I made that thing into a business for 2 years, and I was doing freaking six figures, dude, in that industry. So
really,
but 6 figures, dude. I was clearing like 200 grand, dude, a year doing that. Not bad, right? But before then, I mean, I wasn't just like a dog seller, right? Before then, I did have a normal job. I worked for a British consultancy out of England, and so that's where our office was in Manchester. So I was doing a lot of business development across the country. Then I got fired from that job. Honestly, this is the first time I say it publicly, dude. I got fired from that job. I told all my friends that I quit because I was ashamed, dude. I'm like, I'm the king, dude. I can't get fired, right? I quit. But honestly, this is the first time I tell people I got fired from that job. Now I didn't get fired for productivity purposes. I got fired because I was tired, man. I was tired. I didn't like it. Every time I go into a hotel, 2 years of flying, dude. I left in that job, flying from hotel to hotel, state to state, all over. I mean, you name it, dude. 2 years, 7 days a week. So I ended up getting fired. Jumped to the dog thing, and then once I did that deal with you, and I made 15K, I'm like, dude, I just made 15K, dude. Like, if I concentrate 30 days of my life every month to this, I'm pretty sure I could do it again. You know, because I did one. I'm like, let's try to do it again. Never look back, man. I left the dog game behind because I'm like, all I need is 10, 15 grand, and I'm out of here.
That's great, man. Everything happens for a reason, right? You ended up, getting fired for a reason. You were tired. You were not meant for that 9 to 5. And since you were selling dogs, you had that entrepreneur mindset.
Dude, I left that thing, and it was scary, man, because I mean, when you get used to, the 20 grand a month income in anything, you have a family you need to support. You're like, what if I don't make as much as I'm making right now? Even if it's dogs, if it's whatever, but luckily I believed in myself, and I said, you know what? If I concentrate the amount of effort I'm doing in the dog stuff, like in the real estate stuff with this, I'm pretty sure I could whoop the dog industry's ass in this other industry, right? So luckily we did, man. We went all in after that first 10, 15K. And dude, we doubled my normal income in the first 12 months. So it was one of the best decisions I ever did, man.
That's great, man. That's really awesome to hear. That's really awesome and inspiring to hear. I've seen your office from all the social media you've been posting and stuff. How do you have a nice culture, man? It seems nice, welcoming, warming. Nice ladies, very, very caring and stuff. And you guys have a great culture. What would you say is the key to having a great culture and great attitude?
I think just having the people that you need to have.
Yeah.
Don't have more than what you need, because then some people are just not gonna fit. You can't really give them what they need, because I made the mistake of trying to grow too quick, and I brought in extra people, this and that, and I just didn't have the resources in place. So we leaned it back down, and as long as we have like the right people, and honestly, most of the people here are family. Like, Yessie, our office manager here, she's my wife's sister.
Yeah.
And then, my brother also, he's a realtor here. He helps me with a lot of the operations. And then we have another couple of cousins who are realtors. So we have a new person starting out tomorrow. But I think just having people that fit, having the right people in the right seats, as you've mentioned before. If they don't, dude, you cleaned out house a while back, dude. So better than anyone. You need to have the right people in the right seats, or else it's just not gonna flow right, man.
Yeah, we just, it was such a relief, man, when we did that. And that's very key what you said. We grew, we hired people. You go through that learning process, and it's sometimes not even a learning process. You see, you kind of, you think that the correct fit, they pass our test, everything seems perfect, but they expect something else from the industry. They expect it to be a little easy, and it's not like that. But anyways, yeah, we cleared out the whole office. We needed new guys motivated, and then with the correct attitude. That's all. Now we have a great team, solid team, and we're crushing it. We're crushing it, man, and we're just expanding. But that's very key what you said there. Make sure you only have the correct people, and don't, as I guess you scaled fast, right? And now you pulled back and it's tighter, leaner. Doesn't mean you're doing less. It just means you guys are just tighter and better, flowing better, right?
Yeah, because I mean, you could have a lot of people and not be doing a lot of deals, right? You can have a lot of people out there, and just because, I have a room of 10 people here, I don't mean anything. You can have 10 people and like one of them did a deal or the other one, and then it canceled before. So that means nothing. As long as you have the right people in the right seats and deals are going through and this is working and everything's flowing, and you're good, man. So definitely for people out there, don't try to grow too quickly. Make sure, dude, your business is going to make you grow at the time that it needs to grow. Like, I thought that I was the one who was in charge of that decision. And then like recently, like just right now, like not even weeks back, I had an overflow of like 50 to 70 leads of people I wanted to sell. And then I came to the point to where I couldn't handle it anymore. I'm like, I was the one in the acquisition side and calling everyone and locking them down. So I would do 2-3 calls, lock up a deal, and then I'd be done. And I have like 50 people left.
Oh.
So I'm like, all right, I'm probably losing on deals here because I'm not getting to all of them. So then the business forced me to get an acquisitions person, right? Because I'm like, I'm not going to get to them. So
exactly.
as before, I thought I hired an acquisitions, but the business they needed because I didn't have any leads. Like the acquisitions person was just hanging out. But now once I got to the point to where the business was like, I'm losing money by not having it, then I felt comfortable saying, boom, all you can eat, man, go ahead.
Exactly. That's very key what you just said right there. You were having a lead overflow. So everybody who's looking to get into wholesale or any type of business that you have leads coming in, make sure that you can handle those leads, right? Make sure you can get to all those leads, so you pretty much work backwards and see how many call dials you can dial a day, how many hours. You might be different than the other person. You might only have 2 hours of availability for you to call.
Yeah.
Producing I don't know, 3 leads, 4 leads a day, and then whatever it is a week. So make sure you're able to handle those. Don't expand and just, I don't know, send multiple ringless voicemails and just, and without having all that manpower, guys. So you're just going to burn through dollars. So that's very key what you said right there. Very key. Make sure you scale with precaution, right? Make sure you scale and know that you're going to be able to handle those. So.
And definitely try all the different avenues. Mm-hmm. I mean, dude, we could be on this call for days, dude, and never really finish because there's so much stuff. And that's what people don't know. People think, just cut to the chase. What do you mean? Like, there's so many things you could do. There's so many different avenues. Not everything works for everyone. Some things work for. Try everything, see what works for people, and then focus on that. Whatever works for you, just push that and grow that. Like for me, I don't do PPC. I don't do mailers or anything like that. It doesn't work for me. But the things that work for me, I just have that nicely tuned.
That's great. And that's where I was going. What is the marketing venue? What is the marketing avenues that Ramon and your team do? What's the best? Where do you get your best deals from?
Dude, it's all cold callers, man. Honestly.
Leads.
Cold callers, dude.
Cold callers. Okay.
Cold callers are legit. I mean, we have some good cold callers. We do some texting as well. So we like to do a mixture. We'll send 10,000, 20,000 texts here and there. Okay. But then we'll concentrate. Most of our incoming flow of leads is just cold callers, man. We have like 4 people cold calling at all times. And that's to be good enough for us.
That's great. And are your cold callers in your office? Are they local? Are they here? Or are they overseas? Are they virtual?
Yeah, we have one person in the office cold calling. Yes, we'll do some cold calling as well here and there.
Okay.
But all of them are overseas, man.
That's great, man. That's great. You have to delegate.
But they're bilingual. I think in Arizona you must have those bilinguals because 50% 50% of calls that they have are people Spanish. So for us, I think that's huge, just having bilingual cold callers. And then sometimes I'll look into the leads, when it's slow, I'll pick up my phone and see a lead that came in. Like right now, I looked at one of like getting divorced, needs to sell within 30 days. We'll take 200.
Yeah.
Freaking jumped all over that, dude. I'm like, God, let me pull up the address, I was like, ARV 250. Oh, I'm calling this one right now.
Yeah.
But it's still cool like that.
Those people are in need, right? They need our services. They need our help. And those are guys who definitely are good leads. In other words, they need to sell fast. That's why we as wholesalers are the correct fit for them, because they need to sell fast and just liquidate that property as soon as possible so they can be able to get out of that situation they're in.
Yeah, dude. And I think a thing I heard a while back from someone was, we're cold calling someone and, it looks like, they needed to sell, but not quick. And I said, oh, listen, man, I guess I'm not a good fit for you and you're not a good fit for me because I'm looking for people. I need my help.
Yeah.
And it sounds to me like anybody can help you. A realtor, there's 1,000 realtors that can help you, but my expertise only helps a few people. So you have plenty of help out there. I'm looking for those that need my help. If you know anybody that needs to sell quick, is in an emergency, needs to get the ball rolling, let them know I'm here for them. But it's just like that, man. We specialize. We help people fast. Like, who can you tell, hey, give me 150,000 tomorrow? No one.
Exactly.
Like, dude, I'll find you someone like in 4 months. Dude, we're the superheroes of the real estate industry when you think about it.
We really do. We're problem solvers. We connect them to these buyers who want these properties to sell them for profit or buy and hold. So we really do provide a service. Besides us making profit, we provide a service. That's what we get paid, and we help them get out of that bad situation. You'll be surprised. When I used to be on the phones and be, I would call. I remember this very exact this seller. He didn't want to sell. He was coming to foreclosure, but his foreclosure date was coming very soon. But he didn't want to sell. I was providing a service, and he was just a little stubborn. I call him a month later, and he says, "You know what? I should have sold to you. I lost it. It got foreclosed on. I didn't get anything." So. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. We really do provide a service. So
yeah,
I kept trying. I knew he needed help. I tried. I followed up, but I don't know I don't know what happened. I don't know if he lost track of the date or what. But
there's some people that are in tough spots, dude. Like, not everyone can afford to do a 20,000 remodel on their house. Like, they might be in a tough situation. They want to sell, but a realtor can't sell it because it's not in market sellable condition. So those people do need help, and if we're not here to help them out, I mean, yeah, of course we get paid, but we get paid because we're selling $200,000-$300,000 products, so we get paid according to the price of the sale, right? If we're selling $10 things, we get paid according to what we're selling, but we're selling hundreds of thousands of dollars in value, so therefore we get paid adequately. So it's not like, we get paid for the service that we bring. And there's value and convenience.
Exactly. What were the major things that scaled your business? Because I know you and your brother started, and I know we talked a while back, and you guys were in expansion, and we were having a good talk. You remember we were having here in the office. You're like, yeah. What were the key players that you hired that you recommend people to hire to take your business to the next level so you can become a true leader and oversee the operation,
I think you definitely have to have some people qualifying your leads as they're coming in, to send them out. I know some people just don't have them. The leads just go directly to the acquisitions, which is fine. Mm-hmm. But we have like the first level, which is Yessie. She'll look at all the leads, see which ones are crap, and then she'll send them. She's like the quarterback. Like, she'll send them to either a real estate agent, oh, this one looks like they want market. Boom. She clicks the real estate button. Oh, this one looks like it's not too bad. They're motivated. Boom. Send it to one of the acquisitions. But just having that person in the front end to do that, coordinate texting, dealing with the overall operations, it's key. And then from there, of course, you need some acquisitions at some point, but I don't recommend getting acquisitions until you can't handle it anymore. Like, the moment I saw my thing and I had like 50 people to call, and I barely had gotten to like 3 or 4. I was like, all right, that's it.
Yeah, that's when you need some help, right? So,
Yeah.
so let me rephrase this. Let me go back. So you have your cold callers, then your cold callers sends the leads in, and then from there, you're Jessie, you said that was her name?
Jessie, yeah.
Okay, Jessie, then she filters the lead and she sends it over to the acquisition from there, right?
Yeah, and she's actually doing some acquisitions as well. So she'll either send it over or she'll just call it herself and just go through the process with them. So
Okay.
she'll divide the work up. She'll either send a couple over there and she'll still call on a couple. So it's a very good little system there.
That's great, man. That's great. That's very key right there. You could be getting all these leads and then, getting frustrated because you're going to say they're not good leads, but you're not filtering out. You're not going through the good leads and that's what happens, right? You get frustrated.
Yeah. I met with someone recently that they were frustrated because they couldn't close the deals. They were like, all right, nobody wants it. We're trying to convince them. And I told them, I'm like, dude, it's not about how good of a salesman is. It's about how much profit you can make out of a good opportunity. Because you can be the best salesman out there and you can't make somebody sell you something that they don't want to sell, or discount something that they don't want to discount. But what you can do is maximize on the opportunity that is qualified for your solution, right?
Yeah.
So that's what differentiates the good and the bad. You can have two salesmen. The good one is going to maximize an opportunity and make $20,000-$25,000, and the bad one is not going to maximize it and make $5,000-$10,000. So that's what differentiates on a qualified lead. An unqualified lead, dude, no one will ever do it. Just get rid of that, move on, because there's a qualified person out there that wants your help.
Yeah, that's very key what you said there, right? That's very key. Pretty much, you could be pounding a phone and trying to convince, but if that person does not have any problems or any situations, and you don't really hear the person and see what needs they want, we call them pain points.
Yeah.
What does the seller need? Okay, well, he's going through a divorce. Yes, he's going through a divorce. He's not ready to sell right now, but you got to ask him how many days and when is he looking to liquidate that property. So you start hearing him and putting those notes down, and that's when you follow up, right?
Yeah, and from that point you make from that point you make your recommendation. Look, it sounds to me like you're probably not ready, or it sounds to me like this. Let me refer you over to the person that can help you based on what your needs are.
Yeah.
But then we'll before we even go into the pitch or we go through about the house, we'll position it. We'll say, listen, I buy houses at discounted prices because the houses that I buy do require some repairs. So just keep that in mind while we go into this. Our offer is going to be lower just to match with the repair or the condition of the property. So, and then if they say, no, I want top dollar. Okay, well, it looks like you might be a better fit for a realtor then. So that way they already know from the get-go, and you just don't spend 20 minutes with the guy that's going to be upset.
Yeah, exactly. Find those leads. That's a great point right there you have. That's what I tell my guys. Hey, the very first questions is very crucial for you to see if this is a good lead or not. If he's going to need your help, your services or not. So you don't want to spend 7, 10 minutes, even 15 minutes on someone who's not going to be in need of your services of sell this property fast. If he's somebody that's not in a rush and you have him on the phone, you just wasted a ton of your time when you could be hitting other leads. So that's very important. Those very first questions that's why a good script is very important for you to have, to be able to go through those first questions and find out if it's going to be a good lead or not. So that's very important right there. That's very important. A lot of people don't understand. That's something I didn't understand when I was starting either. I just thought all leads were good. Everybody who was calling me, I thought they were all good and they all wanted to sell. So that's very important.
So I tell my guys here, sometimes our job's not really to qualify. Our job is to disqualify. We're in there trying to disqualify people. Oh my God, if you can't disqualify this one, that means it's a good one. Hey, I couldn't disqualify him because everything that I asked fits into what we could do. So I couldn't disqualify him. So that's a good one right there.
Exactly.
You're going to get, 100 leads per day. You're going to disqualify 80 of them right out the gates, 80, 90 of them. And you're only going to have a handful of really good stuff. So our job is mostly to disqualify the majority and then just, work with the ones that actually do fit our criteria. But yeah, those first questions are huge, man. You can spend 20 minutes with the wrong lead that you could be spending it with the right lead, which is next on your calling list. So you disqualify the crap and get to the good ones so you can spend most of your time with them.
Exactly, man. So that's very important. Hopefully, you guys took good notes of that. And yeah, that's very important. Now, what markets are you in, Ramon?
You know what, man? Currently, we're just in Arizona right now. We're in
Okay.
Arizona. We have a couple of stuff out there, some offers out there in California.
Yeah.
Bakersfield, Long Beach, a couple in El Paso. We did a little bit of testing in some areas, where we had buyers. But I mean, just our bread and butter is here in Arizona right now. We're thinking of growing that eventually. But right now, we're just piloting a lot of stuff here locally in terms of like honestly, our systems weren't there. Our
Yeah.
systems didn't support an expansion because just it wasn't like a seamless process from lead to close.
Hmm.
So there were some pieces missing that we're almost there with. But I think once we clear some of these little fill in some of these little things that are missing in the system, we should be able to do more out there. But right now, we're so busy here in Arizona, man. I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with that, and I want to touch up on that. Like you said, for a business, it's very important for you to have your sales, your marketing, your systems, and your procedures in place. Those are going to be pretty much everything that's going to be pretty much making your business flow. So those are the most important things. But back to what you said in the Phoenix market, that's very important. What you just said. You'll be surprised how many people I've talked to, and they tell me, "Oh, the Phoenix market is too competitive. It's saturated. I don't get anything. I can't get anything. There's nothing." So that belief that seed that they plant in their own their brain is what keeps them from getting deals. There is good deals. That this is your only market, and you're crushing it here in Phoenix, right? And you see, it starts with the mind. It starts with the mindset and what you feed your mind and your body too. So that's very important what you just said.
You're right, man. Yeah, those self-defeating beliefs. You like defeat yourself before you even get out there. You have to have a mind of abundance and just you start attracting things from the universe, man. You say, God, there's so many deals, there's so much money, there's so many things I could do, and all of a sudden, boom, you start getting hit up, you start attracting the right people, you start working with other people, more people are bringing you deals, you're doing this, that. Next thing you know, it is the way you're thinking it. Even if it wasn't, you make it that way, So you're absolutely right, man.
Yeah, you really do. That's very important what you're saying there, man. So that I'm really proud of you killing it here in the market. Something that helps me too in the morning is I talk to myself, good, positive. I'm gonna crush it today. We're gonna do great today. We're gonna move forward, on this situation, or we're gonna expand here. So the stuff that you feed your mind and even yourself, because your gut's connected to your brain in a way. So what you feed yourself is very important too. So that's very good. That important stuff.
And I think people out there need to realize that they're being programmed every day by what they listen on TV, by what they eat. It's all waves and energy, dude. Whatever you throw into your body or you listen or whatever. If you're ever driving, all of a sudden you're sad and you don't know why, you probably saw a billboard subconsciously that made you sad. And you didn't even know you watched it, but it's there to make you sad. Or you listened to a song and something in the song had a note that made you sad. Or you ate something too heavy that made you sad. So you just got to shake it off, dude. Change the song, change whatever you're looking at, change the TV, commercials. We're being, reprogrammed every day, man. So you gotta be careful with that.
Exactly. We're being bombarded with negative stuff. The news, the food, the everything. Consumers. And then consumers, you consume too much, you have all this debt, and then you're thinking about that. So you guys got to be careful and protect your surroundings, your energy, everything that's being taught to you, your family. So that's very important right there too. So that's very crucial. And I'm very, very cautious of that as well. But any books that you recommend to touch up on that, on the mindset or podcasts or any stuff you listen to keep you going?
Yeah, dude. There's I think one, first of all, because I mean, we're all trying to make a lot of money, and be successful and have everything that we want. But I think first you need to like ground yourself in terms of what you really need, not what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So Goodbye Things is a book that it talks about the Japanese culture and about they just have what they need and they don't overdo it. And of course, I mean, that was huge for me because So I went from wanting things to like wanting to do things mentality. So a lot of people that know me, that have me on Instagram, they could see like right away, like I'm a outgoing, very like huge traveler. So I went from buying things to buying memories, you know. So for anyone out there, Goodbye Things is a huge book. But I think in terms of programming and the universe and all that, like to program your brain, The Secret is a great book that I like.
Okay.
It's a good book. But I mean, you name it, dude. Any book out there that has to do with sales or whatever. I mean, just the basic. We have a ton of stuff. Anything you could think of. I mean, just get your hands on, and every book's gonna motivate you differently. I'm currently listening to the 10X Rule with Grant Cardone. Funny story. I was actually gonna work for Grant's brother in Florida when I got fired from my job. And true story, I didn't know who Grant Cardone was at the time either. So the dude that was trying to give me the job was like, "Oh yeah, this is Grant Cardone's brother. This is his wife of Grant, the brother." Blah blah blah. I was in Florida interviewing over there, but I passed on the job, dude. I passed on the job because I just couldn't. They wanted me to move to Florida. So now I'm reading Grant Cardone's books, and I'm like, "Oh, I know who Grant Cardone is now," you know. But it's just funny how like it's all somehow tied back up together. But yeah, the 10X Rule, just increasing productivity, go. And don't keep your foot off the pedal. That just puts you in a different mindset. Yeah, I know you're always reading, you're always improving, you're always putting stuff out there. So I think just having a few people that you follow and you watch their stuff is crucial, because those are the guys that are gonna either make you feel like shit or make you get motivated and keep going. Yeah, I follow a lot of people, but honestly, I don't watch all their stories. Like most people, I have them on mute. I don't know if you know, like on Instagram, there's a mute button. You can go into people's profiles, dude, and so you can go into people's profile and just freaking mute them. Like you click on them, you click the three little buttons, and it'll say, "Oh, you click the following," and it'll give you the option to mute them. And you don't have to follow them, but you can mute their ass.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. I didn't know that. I did that in a while for Facebook.
Yeah.
I was getting into real estate, studying for my test and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I actually I actually deactivated it too at once, but that's great.
Yeah. If you click the follow button on Instagram, there's a mute button.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't follow them, but you mute them. So honestly, I've muted so much clutter out there because there's so much dumb stuff, you know. And yours is actually one of the only ones. I only follow a few people, but yours and your brothers is definitely one of the few that I follow, just because we're very synced in terms of like what you guys do, what you're trying to achieve. So yeah, man, definitely mute for everyone out there. Mute the noise. Dude, like it's funny, like, dude, I talk about this with people, dude. I'm like, so people out there just viewing the wrong things that aren't making them any money or moving them in any direction but backwards. So just get rid of it.
Yeah, that's very important. There's like you said, there's a lot of noise out there. You have to block out, and in social media in a way, man, it was for us to keep consuming, keep being on. If you think about it, you see, like, for example, you see your friends on the weekend, and let's say you're still in your 20s, you know, being out there, there's no free. I mean, if you're in social media is not. How can I say it? Social media is bad in a way, man. If you really don't know how to control it, it's like alcohol. If you don't know how to control alcohol, you'll do bad decisions. You know, you'll make bad decisions. Social media was meant. That's what I think, to break relationship apart, because it's very easy for you to get caught up in that whole. You know, it's just bad, man. But that's good what you said. Mute the noise. You know, I probably have like 14K, 15K followers, and I mean, yeah, that are following me, and I only follow 1,000 because I don't want to follow everybody that follows me or everybody. You know, it's just so much noise out there, so much bad stuff that you don't want in you watching and consuming and hearing. So that's very important.
I think one thing that I got caught up on a while back was how many people are watching me, how many people are viewing me, how many people are viewing my story. Holy shit, I put this and I only got 100 views, 200 views versus, you know, more views. So I better change what I'm doing and be somebody else so I can get more views. And then my views didn't change. They were still lower, but now I wasn't the person that I was, trying to please people, thinking that I need to change who I am, you know? So I just stopped looking at that, and I just kept it real. And I just kept being myself. And I'm like, dude, if I have 40 legit people that are watching my stuff, 40 legit people that are viewing my story, 40 legit people that are watching my story, 40 legit people that are viewing 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 my story, versus 200 haters, dude, I'll take the 40 that are legit, so I just stopped doing that, and I didn't even really care. Dude, I'll post things whenever I want, and I don't even care if I get less views or whatever, because I know the people that are viewing my stuff are people that are surrounding me like all day, hitting me up for things. So I think that's just huge, man. A lot of people are out there using social media wrong. They're trying to do it to get more views, but in reality, it just doesn't work like that, man. I ended up not even paying attention to that anymore.
If social media doesn't make you money, then you're in the trap. That's how I say it. Most social media is not helping you in a way growing your business. You're in a trap. So that's
Dude, my social media. Honestly, I have a lot of followers on there, but I do the stuff that I do for people like you, good friends that are close to me. Because people that really care about your shit, it's people like you and me. Like, I care what you're doing all day. I see what you post, your PlayStation sessions with your team. Dude, I look at all that stuff and I like, oh, dude, that's freaking awesome. Like, you put videos on YouTube for your team and you're motivating. I'm like a true follower, dude.
Thanks,
and so it's the same thing. Like, people that I'm putting my stuff for is for people that care to see what's going on with my stuff,
Yeah.
And it might not be a lot of people like the real ones, but the real ones are actually the same ones that are always looking at your stuff. Those are the ones that I really care about.
Exactly, Ramon. So that's, I know we went a little bit overboard and we said 20 minutes, which is great. I appreciate your time, man. I really, really appreciate your time. It's like you said, we can go for days.
Dude.
What else, what's next? So here,
we can get into the thing, dude. Gosh, man.
Getting warmed up.
Crazy, huh? Like, it's insane.
So we'll do more calls, more podcasts as your business keeps growing and all this stuff. So here, to finalize with the last question, what is next for Ramon and his brother?
I think we're gonna quantify what we're doing right now. I think right now we're in a good spot where now we have our Podio fully built out. Like, this thing, I'm so proud of our Podio right now, dude. Like, we had our own developer. Our developer is the same developer that the All-In guys use, Batch Skip Tracing uses. Like, everyone uses our developer. So now we have that direct connection with this guy. So our Podio is legit, dude. Like, we push buttons and things happen and everything's just very fully automated, which is nice. Yeah, dude, it took a while for us to get to this point. Like, today was one of the proudest moments, dude. I told my acquisitions guy, he called me like, hey, this guy wants an offer. He's within the range. And we have it so well set up, dude, that I didn't give him advice, dude. I'm like, you do whatever you feel is right.
Yeah.
Dude, so the system tells my guy what to do.
That's crazy.
Like, it has the ranges, stick within the ranges, and whatever you have to do, make it happen. You're your own boss, make your own money, whatever. And it's the first time that I didn't have to go in and pull the address and look it up and tell him what to do. Like, the system just freaking told him what to do. He sent out the offer and I was following up. So yeah, man, for us, it's about just scaling, quantifying it, just duplicating what we have right now in terms of like our cold callers, our texting, outbounds, maybe hiring a little more acquisition. We have a person that's starting out tomorrow, another acquisitions person here in the office.
Nice, man.
So yeah, man, just kind of grow that a little bit, man. But like I said, always following in your footsteps, man. You got definitely some big shoes to fill right there, man.
No, thank you, man. I feel. Thank you. You're making me blush, man. We're just, doing everything. It's just, we're, working every day, man. What can I tell you? But yeah, no, you guys have grown too, and that's why I wanted to bring you. We're only bringing selected people onto our podcast, people who I've seen with my own eyes grow and do something good for them and their family, not just something because for self, for themselves and think about themselves and all this stuff. So
that's right, man.
Really pressure to have
bringing that family thing, man. Like, a few months back, I told my parents, I don't want you guys to struggle, and I just put all their bills under my credit card. So now they don't have a house payment, they don't have a car payment, they don't have light payment, water, anything. I gave my mom a credit card. I'm like, here you go, man. Here you go, mom. In case you have any emergencies, I don't want you struggling for money.
Yeah, so that's something that caught when you first told me that stuff, man. That's a good feeling, like helping your parents and paying their bills and giving in what you did, giving your mom that credit card and pay for it. Imagine how your mom feels, man. If me as your friend, that feels good. Imagine your mom. That's something else. That's really good.
My brother's like, I guess you're the favorite now for sure. But not even that, just being able to provide for your family, your friends, your loved ones. We took him to Vegas like 3 times last month. Yeah, my dad's like, dude, I love working for this guy. Like, I've never worked at a place where he took me to Vegas. So yeah, just being able to do all that for your loved ones just keeps you motivated, man. And if you have a strong enough why, like can't nobody stop you, dude. Even if people hate on you, they're not gonna be able to. They can either join you or get the hell out of the way because you're just gonna keep plowing through.
Exactly, man.
So,
So I really enjoyed this interview. Make sure, guys, to follow Ramon on his social media at, what's your social media, Ramon?
Ramon by BUYAZ. So Ramon by BUYAZ. That's it.
There you guys go.
Have a picture of a bird with glasses. So that's supposed to be me, you know, with the big hair. Believe it or not, this hair has a purpose. So some people will find out what the purpose is here pretty soon.
Okay, well, we're looking forward to hearing the purpose, man. But again, it's a pleasure to have you guys. If you guys, comment. If you guys have any questions, comment. We'll be picking winners every week. So people who follow us and comment on my post, we'll be picking winners every week and giving them a 10-minute consultation fee. So guys, make sure you comment, like, and share this to friends. So
that's huge for everyone out there watching, man. That's huge. Like we had a guy come in today, 5 minutes. We gave him like 10 grand worth of free game in 5 minutes, dude. I told the guy, I'm like, listen, he wanted to meet with me so bad for a while. And I told him, go drop a toy off at this toy drive and you can come to my office right now.
It's all giving and receiving, man. Helping each other out.
He went, dropped off the toy, and guess what? I'm giving him 10,000 leads for free out of my leads. Exactly. And I'm helping him set up his stuff just for him doing something like that. Good, man. So definitely anyone out there watching, link up with this guy right here. Link up with us. We're very like-minded, so you'll definitely get a lot of good stuff just by being associated with us.
Oh yeah, thank you, Ramon. I appreciate it again. Thanks again, and thank you, and you have a great one, Ramon.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Look forward to catching up soon, buddy. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right.